We start with 1 hour chart. We want to see how we can look for trade. Before I start the analysis, I need to highlight that for those traders, they cannot see get the notification from YouTube. They can join the Telegram or Twitter because I share all the links there for YouTube. And beside that, we have a playlist. They can search for the update in the playlist for easy. I mean, rather than searching on the main page. Anyway, if you move to 1 hour chart, if we refer to our analysis in my last video, I was keep highlighting we want the price to give us one more drop. That's why we point on this. Then we mentioned from there, if we get any reversal, we can look for buy. And this is what we get. All right. Because we mentioned we're looking for flat. We get the running flat and we want to see whether this is the start of the up move or this is a correction for one more drop. How we can look for trade. Anyway, we start with higher time frame. We start with daily chart. And if we refer to the daily chart, these things are just and as well here. Okay, if we refer to daily chart, we mentioned in my last analysis whether this is a correction or a start of the up move, how we can look for trade. Okay, because what we get here is a sharp move. We want to see whether we can expect the price to retest the top or not. It depends how the price can behave within this range. And in this case, we move to forward chart. And if we move to forward chart, I was keep highlighting that the possibility of this one turn to a correction relative to this for one more drop. That means we can expect this one turn to a bigger correction before we get the reversal. Even I was keep highlighting about divergence. But right now, internally, we see the flat based on 1 hour chart. That means we can expect the price retest this top one more times. Then from there, we see whether we can look for continuation or for our price to drop. That means based on forward chart, if this one turned to a correction relative to this, we don't want to see the breakout of 74.7. Okay, this is not the target. This one is relative to this. We want to see how deep this one can go. Anyway, this is in the long term, the bigger picture, but based on, lower time frame, we want to see how we can look for trade if we move to 1 hour chart. All right, we have been looking for this one as a flat, this one, and as well here. Okay, because we mentioned if we want to put this one in relative to this, then if any reversal we get, we take the trade. But when we see this kind of the move, technically when we see this kind of the corrective, we can expect the price to go as one more drop before we get the reversal. And even if we get a one more drop, we can look for divergence. Then any reversal from there as a sharp move flag, it can give us better trade setup. Okay, but right now we see this sharp move. Most of the charts right now at the same time, they're following the same direction. Can we expect this is the start of the up move? Can we buy from here? That means this one is not going to give us one more drop. If we want to buy from here, we need to see the continuation flag or correction. We take the trade, and with the breakout of this stuff, we have to start to manage it. And the take profits we're looking for is 74.6 following by 78. We can expect the price come to this soon. But with the breakout of this stuff, we need to see whether we should keep the trade or not. The best things was if this one could give us one more drop, then any reversal from there, it can give us better trade setup in terms of the analysis. It doesn't mean the price cannot reverse from here, it can. But if we want to look for trade setup, whether we get or we're not, it depends. That's why even if we want to look for trade, maybe we need to check based on 15 minutes. And even if the price, there is a possibility the price continue sharply from here without giving us a trade setup as a sharp move flag. Then it depends on the traders how they want to look for trade. Can we put our entry above here? It can be an option, but we should know what we want. But we should know what we want is we want the price sharply breaking. Continue with the price tag. We see it's not moving within 1 or 2 hours. We take out the trade. Okay. Now, if there is a continuation, either we get the sharp move flag, we take the trade, or we put our entry at 70. Again, having entry at 70 is very risky because the simply price tag and drop. What we want the price break and continue. If we see the price tag within the first or maximum second hours, we see there is no continuation, we take out the trade. It's not really a good option to put our entry here. It depends on the traders, but we try to look for trade setup within this range. Okay, that's why I was keep highlighting. If this one give me one more drop, it can give us better opportunity to look for buying. Anyway, we have the flat. We're looking for continuation. It depends on the traders, what type of the strategy they use. Then if they get any trade set up for buy, they can look, I mean, they can take the trade. But right now, we cannot simply buy. There is no white trade setup. As I mentioned, if there is a continuation, the only way is to put our entry above the stop. Anyway, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.